All right, so you've been shopping for homes and you're really hoping to be able to find a deal. And so you found a couple of foreclosures that you're interested in. And you want to know, can I buy a foreclosure using an FHA loan? Well, that's the question we're going to tackle in today's video, so stay tuned. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Channing, the owner of Value Mortgage. And like I said, we're going to talk about foreclosures and FHA loans today. And so let's just go ahead and dive into it. Can you buy a house that is being foreclosed on or has been foreclosed on and use your FHA loan? And the answer is you can. FHA doesn't have any restrictions on you purchasing a home, no matter if it's being sold by the homeowner, the bank, or anyone. So a foreclosure with your FHA loan is wide open. But there's some things that you need to consider because not all foreclosures are created equally. So if it's a foreclosure and it's in bad shape and it's going to need work and it doesn't have electricity and there's all these different factors going on, then you may find it difficult to finance that home using an FHA loan because FHA has certain property standards that must be met in order for you to be able to finance it using an FHA loan. So if the windows are busted, if there's peeling paint, if the power's not on, if there's plumbing issues, roofing issues, I mean, the list goes on and on. And unfortunately, a lot of times when homes are being foreclosed upon, the person living there doesn't take the best care of the property, and sometimes they even intentionally damage the home. So if it's one of those types of homes where it's been damaged, it hasn't been fixed, you're probably not going to be able to get that with an FHA loan. But if it is a home that's foreclosed upon, but the bank or whoever owns the home has gone through the process of rehabbing the home and getting it back to live-in, move-in condition, then you actually could purchase that home as long as it doesn't have any of the defects that, like we talked above, or no floors or, different things like that. Now, you're still going to need them to turn the power on. You're still going to need them to turn the water on because those are going to be requirements for an FHA appraisal. So you want to iron out all these details before you jump into the process of buying this foreclosure, because it could be a disaster if they refuse to turn the power or the electricity or the water on, because you need to have those things in order for your appraisal to be approved. So the other thing, the last thing that you have to consider is that foreclosures do not always go smoothly. So in fact, I can only think of one time that I've ever done one where it wasn't that bad. The rest of the time, there's a lot of back and forth, not only for your own loan between the lender, the loan officer, and the bank, and you getting documents and getting everything cleared. But then once all that's done, the seller wants to see everything, clear everything, and they usually have some kind of crazy timeline, 5 days, 10 days, that they have to get everything in advance before you can close on the home. And we've actually had them not show up to a closing, and so we had to push the closing. It ended up being 2 weeks later because they went on vacation and didn't tell anyone. It was a crazy, crazy story. So I don't say that to scare you, but just know that going into it, you're going to pay for it being a deal somehow, and usually it's going to be in frustration and timing because they're not always going to be as smooth or happen as quickly as you want them to happen. And so you need to be able to plan for that accordingly to make sure that you are, ready for any potential hiccups that happen because you're buying a foreclosure. So there is a deal. You can get a deal, right, if you buy foreclosure usually, but you need to make sure that it's actually in move-in ready condition, that they're willing to put the power and the water on, and just expect delays, right? So if you do those things and you're okay with those things, then by all means, move forward. So yes, you can buy a foreclosure even on FHA. As always, guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to talking to you soon.